Hello. Welcome back to Chapter 14 of The Way of the Superior Man. Chapter 14, Don't Get Lost in Tasks and Duties. Whatever the specifics of a man's purpose, he must always refresh the transcendental element of his life through regular meditation and retreat. A man should never get lost in the details of his life and forget that ultimately, and in truth, life amounts to nothing other than what is the deepest truth of this present moment. Tasks don't get a man anywhere more conscious or free than he is capable of being in this present moment. Ooh, I really like this chapter um, because in the previous chapters he talks about the importance of purpose and how purpose is the guiding principle of your life. And this chapter kind of tempers that a little. Purpose is important, but ultimately it comes back to giving your fullest gift in the present moment, because the present moment is all there is. There's no past or future. We're in the present. I really like this part. Tasks don't get a man anywhere more conscious or free than he is capable of being in this present moment. Um, for the masculine, freedom is the highest value. And a lot of times we take action towards things that might get us more free, for example, financial freedom or career freedom or relationship freedom. But working towards freedom is actually an illusion. True freedom is being already completely free in this present moment by giving your fullest gift in this present moment. You have probably noticed yourself in the do mode. You are totally focused, intent on getting a task done. You don't want to be disturbed. If anyone tries to interrupt you with a question, you ignore them or give them a quick answer so you can keep on track. This do mode is very common among men. Whether you are trying to hear something on TV or finish a report by midnight, your attention is focused on the task at hand and you don't want to be distracted. And this paragraph reminds me of we're human beings, not human doings. Um, but doing itself isn't necessarily bad, especially for the masculine. Right, the focus is like an arrow. It's very flies towards its destination, doesn't get distracted. And that kind of goes into this with the next paragraph. This do mode is one of men's biggest strengths and weaknesses. It's great to be able to plow through obstructions and get the job done. And it's good to keep yourself disciplined and on purpose. But if you forget your larger purpose while pursuing the small and endless tasks of daily life, then you have reduced yourself to a machine of Picayune. And I like this because of this word endless, because there's never ending tasks in life. There's always something to distract ourselves from the present moment with. Even if it feels like we are working towards our purpose, sometimes it's actually a distraction. Um, it's it's like we're climbing a ladder, but is our ladder against the right wall? Right? Do we have a sight of our larger purpose while we are working on our tasks? Or are we just working on our tasks just to feel like we're getting somewhere, just to feel like we're paddling, but we're actually not quite sure where we're going? Um, right? Are these tasks we're working on truly the most important and fulfilling things that we can be doing right now? Even now, as you read this, you may be in a do mode, totally ensconced in the process of reading. If you were to die right now, what would be the feeling texture of your last moment? Are you feeling the infinite mystery of existence so that your last moment would be one of awe and gratitude? Is your heart so wide open that your last moment would dissolve in perfect love? Or are you so absorbed in some task that you would hardly notice death upon you until the last instant, whoosh, and everything is gone? I find this a very powerful paragraph. How can we live so that we're giving ourselves fully in every moment. And if we do die in the next moment, there will be no regrets. Um, and it reminds me of the scene in the movie Pompeii where the the volcano has exploded and then the lava is like chasing, rushing after the people. And then the couple is running and they know that they can't outrun the lava. So they could either choose to be die in fear and terror, but they chose not to, and instead, they had a passionate kiss, and that's how they died instead. And that just kind of reminds me of, are we giving ourselves fully, enjoying the moment fully? Are we lost in fear and tension instead of the mystery or the wonder of life, this infinite mystery of existence? Even when we're doing something mundane like brushing our teeth, we could still be connected to a feeling of awe and gratitude and deep presence. It's very difficult, of course. Um, and let me just go into this next paragraph before going into how difficult it is. The test of your fullness in every moment is your capacity to die in free and loving surrender, knowing you've done everything you could do while alive to give your gift and know the truth of being. Have you loved fully? Or do you have unexpressed feelings that would taint your last moment with regret? Do you consistently relax into the awe of immense mystery? Or are you so absorbed in your work and projects that you no longer feel the miracle of existence, each moment emerging from and dissolving into the great unknowable? Has your task addiction built blinders that limit the vastness of your vision, even now? Um, and like I said, it's difficult, even in making this video for myself. There are times I just get lost into the tension of, of working, and I forget how wonderful and how grateful I am to be alive and to feel connected to love and to God in each moment, right? Or even as I say the sentence, I can feel this tension in my legs, and I'm just relaxing it now and remembering how lucky I am to be living this life that I am and to be able just to keep breathing in every second that I have. So I really like this word here, consistently. Because I can do it once in a while, but consistently, every passing moment is difficult, but it completely transforms my experience of the moment. When I'm in that tense curl of work versus I'm still working, but from this place of deep relaxation and consciousness. It changes my experience of the world, it changes the quality of my work. And okay, tasks are important, but no amount of duties add up to love, freedom, or full consciousness. You cannot do enough, nor can you do the right things so that you will finally feel complete. Doing is simply the nature of your bodily life. If you want the body to continue, you must eat and breathe. You must work, care for your family, and brush your teeth. But these are just the mechanics of life on earth. They never come to the absolute truth of your being. I think in our society right now, there's a very intense culture of push, 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 and do, do, do. The more you do, the more productive you are, the better human that you are. But it's not about that. I don't think that a fulfilling life is about, how many reports can I write? How much money can I make in this life? Um, and even if our purpose is something, higher or more noble, um, you know, improving literacy globally or something like that, it's important. But if we're approaching that place from as a ball of tension, trying to knock off tasks as we do it, focused on task after task, rather than from a place of this deep relaxation and full presence in the moment. I like to think of it as staying connected with the fact that life is magnificent, right? If we're just completing tasks and we lose sight of the magnificence of life itself, of our connection to God, it will feel like we're wasting our life. And that actually goes into our next paragraph here. When you do your tasks in the right way, they liberate your life energy so that you can attend to what really matters: the investigation, realization, and embodiment of true freedom. Do you even know what this means? Have you devoted yourself to finding out the deepest truth of your own existence? If in this very moment your tasks are not supporting your life in this way, you must drop them or change them so that they do. Otherwise, you are wasting your life. Even if it feels like we might be on our purpose. But is that the deepest purpose, deepest truth in that moment, that gift that we can give in this exact moment? Because the past and future, those are just illusions. Striving for a future freedom, that is an illusion. It's about the present and how we can give our fullest self or our fullest consciousness in this present moment. Yes, let me see what other notes I have here. I really like where it says, so that you will finally feel complete. Right? Completion can only be experienced in the present. If we're striving for completion in the future, that's a moving target. We're never going to hit that. We'll never feel complete. Completion is being able to give our fullest gift in this exact moment, to feel the wonder and mystery of life as we are executing our task, giving our gift. Um, Whereas many women waste precious time swirling in emotional currents and eddies, many men waste their birth seeking the completion of tasks, nose to the grindstone, day after day, year after year, and you become a robot of duty. Rather, raise your eyes, see to the horizon, and do your tasks in the spirit of sweeping out your house on a sunny day. And I like this. Every moment is fleeting, right? The present moment comes and goes like instantly. And life flies by like just like that. If we're not paying attention to the present, our life will be over before we know it. And wouldn't that be a waste? Um, and it makes me think of kind of the average person. It reminds me of like a zombie or someone sleepwalking through life, really. It's like, punch in, do my thing at work, punch out, go home, watch TV, repeat. You know, whole week goes by, whole month goes by, whole year goes by, whole decade goes by. Um, we're not actually connected to our source or connected to the source or connected to our deepest truth. And without that connection, right, without feeling that we're living from our depth in each moment, life, it won't feel meaningful or fulfilling. Or at least that's in my experience anyways. It just goes by so quickly. And only by immersing ourselves in the awe of each moment, I feel like that's how we could truly live without wasting our feeling like, life just went by in a flash. To help you remember the triviality of your daily tasks, interrupt your schedule with refreshers. These refreshers should cut to your core and strip the fat off the moment. Consider your own death. Behold an image of the most enlightened being you know. Contemplate the mystery of existence. Relax into the deepest and most profound loving of which you are capable. In your own way, remember the infinite, and then return to the task at hand. This way, you will never lose perspective and begin to think that life is a matter of tasks. You are not a drone. You are the unbounded mystery of love. Be so without forgetting your tasks. Um, it can be a difficult balance sometimes because purpose is so important, but at the same time, tasks are trivial. And where does that balance lie? For me, I actually find that it's a lot easier to work on my purpose when tasks are trivial. If I put too much weight or seriousness in my purpose, then completing my tasks becomes a burden, becomes tension. But if I know my goal, I know my mission, but I also know that I am the unbounded mystery of love, and every moment is about giving my gifts and fully experiencing each present moment, then my tasks almost become fun, like a game. Um, they'll feel like, I'm sweeping out my house on a sunny day, like lighthearted, carefree. They become fun. Life becomes fun. But I'm still working on my purpose and mission, right? I'm still not forgetting my tasks, but I'm doing them with a completely different energy. I also like here interrupt your schedule with refreshers because it's so easy to forget. And if I didn't read this chapter today, I would probably still kind of be in my tense curl of doing and rather than relaxing. These refreshers can be setting a timer on your phone. I know Ryan Holiday, he has a store here. I think he has a ring that he sells. It has Memento Mori on it, right? Remember your death. Um, what other notes do I have here? You can stick a picture on the wall, reminder, some quotes. Because the moment we forget that connection, or the moment we lose sight of the present moment and get sucked up into our tasks, even if we're doing, we're no longer living life anymore. We have become our drone or robot. So, um, yeah, that's all I have for today. Feel free to leave comments, questions, and thanks for watching.